Oh. Oh, big pumpkin seed. Oh, he got it. He got it. The pumpkin seed got it. Come on, buddy.
Come on. We gotta film a video. Let's go. No time to waste. Up. Good boy. All right, well, we have arrived. I was actually just out here getting set up. Realized I forgot a bunch of stuff in the truck. And yeah, here we are. Sterling, come on. You gotta get in here too. You're gonna be in the video. All right, sit in your chair. Up. Good boy. All right. What is going on, guys? Today we are back with another video. We are out here on the ice, and today we are doing something which I do not do very often at all. In fact, I might have not have gone out and done this in 7, 8, maybe 10 years, which sounds kind of crazy, but I have not fished bluegills through the ice in that long of a time. And that's what we're going to be doing today. I do not know a ton about bluegill fishing through the ice. I don't have a ton of great lakes for it right in my area. If I had a whole bunch of lakes that always kicked out like 10-inch fish, I'd probably do it more, but I don't. And today we're actually on kind of like a highly pressured lake up here. Smaller lake, kind of your standard, like, you know, shallow 15-20 foot basin with kind of, you know, some weedy bays and stuff like that. That freeze up quick and get a lot of pressure. Guys can drive trucks out here, and they have been. It's a weekday now, so there's not quite as many people out here, but truck tracks, holes everywhere out here, highly pressured fish. And yeah, that's kind of the plan. We're gonna be hopefully catching some decent bluegills. We're kind of, you know, I don't know if they're going to be big. I don't know if they're all going to be small. I don't really know what the deal is, but the goal is to hopefully get, number one, a whole bunch of cool bites on the Markham Pursuit HD underwater camera for you guys to see, and number two, hopefully catch enough for a fish fry, hypothetically. We're not going to be keeping any, but if we do get into some of those nicer ones, it'll feel like I achieved something at least, so that's a good deal. So yeah, anyways, I got to get rocking and rolling out here. It was a slow start this morning, and yeah, we'll catch back up to you once I got the camera down and all that stuff going on. So what I'm going to be using today is kind of the ultra finessey, mega finessey setup, right? This is the Elliott. This is not the Evolution series. This is a 38-inch. I think it's like called the Noodle Extra Fast, and this is kind of like the most probably, you know, the rod that if you're fishing for these real finicky bluegills with real light jigs, the one you're probably going to go with. This rod is a super, super light tip that transfers into a lot of back down towards the end of the rod. And what a noodle rod kind of means is just that. It means that you have a lot of play in that tip. You can see that, how it transfers over to all that backbone. And this rod is just designed amazingly well for, you know, if you're doing a lot of this kind of stuff or crappie fishing. It's just kind of got that perfect tip for it that transfers into a lot of backbone. And the goal is obviously when you have this real light jig on here, you want to be able to see that tip moving like that. If you have a real light jig on and you're fishing a rod where that tip's never moving, you're never going to be able to detect those real soft bites, right? And that's what a noodle rod is very good at right there. And yeah, it's kind of set up. Whenever we're doing this kind of clear water, ultra finessey type stuff, normally we're going with super light line. This is 2-pound test, some kind of like ice, whatever, I don't even remember what it was. 2-pound test, super light, and then we're pairing that with basically a very small jig. This is either a 2 mil or a 3 mil, but it's in one of my favorite finessey little crappie colors, which will probably also work for bluegills. I don't know if that's going to focus right there. It's the Acme Hammered Tungsten in a gold. I love everything gold. I don't just feel like that should be focusing, but it's not. There's a little bit better, I guess, right there. But that hammered tungsten throws a lot of light around, and that small size should be enough to trick some of these real finicky fish. And we'll probably be tipping that with a waxy or some kind of real finessey plastic. And the reel I'm using is the Piscifun Ice X5. Or the ICX5. It's pretty inexpensive reel, but it does great on this kind of stuff. And you guys, if you guys want to pick up any of the Piscifun products I have, I'll throw a discount code down below. Use that, and you can get either this reel or the Carbon X, or a ton of great reels on the Piscifun website. So yeah, I'll link all that stuff down below. And I'm gonna shut up. We got the camera down, and we're already seeing some fish, so I'm excited. There we go. hooked up right away. And look at that. It's a decent one. We'll take them like that. Man, that took just like no time. I was incredibly unprepared. It took me forever to get stuff set up. But as you can see, the fish are down there. I was just on that tiny little tungsten. You can already tell how finicky most of these fish are gonna be. Oh, there he goes, he's on the loose. There we go right there. Man, it has been a long time since I've done this. Not a big bluegill there. Probably about a, I don't know, 8-inch fish. You can keep him if you want, but we're gonna let him go. And hopefully catch some bigger ones, catch a whole bunch more, and get some cool underwater footage. Here comes one. Got him. Hooked up. Oh yeah. Another decent one right there. And like I said, I've never been to this lake before, so I'm not really sure like how big they get or anything like that. But so far the two that I've caught are kind of right at that keeping size, I would say. Real big ones at all, but nice ones. Oh, and they are feisty. Oh my gosh. There we go. I don't even know how you would catch these fish without an underwater camera. It seems like it would be basically impossible. But I'm gonna let them go so I don't just continually drop this fish all over the place. But a pretty one right there. We'll take them back for more. Hooked up. Feels decent. Yeah, another decent gill there. Oh, he's on the loose. Pretty little guy. Nothing crazy big yet. There's actually, there was kind of a pike sitting out there in the back as that fish bit. He's just barely thumbable. There you go. Another bluegill. It is kind of fun, I will say that. Having not done this for so long, just how lethargic these fish are coming in on camera. But when they do bite, it is kind of cool. I mean, it's just such a long process watching them slowly creep up, and then it's like they kind of do that second gulp and actually get it. But I'll let that guy go. Too cool. Hooked up. Fish on. Feels like a decent gill. Yep. Not too bad right there. That is what we're after. Man, it is just like a game of chess down there with very, very small movements. Just trying to get those fish to kind of creep up and bite. And there we go. There's a decent one right there. Nothing super big, but he'd be a nice keeper if you were keeping him. We're gonna let him go today. It is kind of crazy just how slow and like just lethargic these things are. One of the most lethargic fish I think I've ever probably watched on camera. We'll let that guy go. And definitely small movements, small bait, very finessey light line and rod. Definitely the key to doing this.
Oh, he got it. He got it. The pumpkin seed got it. Come on, buddy.
Oh yeah. That is a cool kicker right there. I knew the second I saw that one come in that he was a nicer fish, and he definitely is. This is more fun than I thought it would be, catching these things. That little Acme hammered tungsten and gold, they're just slurping that thing up. And that is a cool looking fish right there. That is awesome. All colored up. He's not like the brightest one I've ever seen, but man, that thing is thick. He's tall. It's a pretty cool fish right there, honestly. Too cool. Let's let that guy go and keep going. That is probably like my kicker fish today right there. You can see how kind of big he is in relation to my hand. He's about hand size, a little bit bigger. Oh boy. We got the pike on. Time to back the drag off. It's just a little guy. And man, you could see when he bit, he just barely put his mouth on that plastic. Otherwise, if he really had it down, I probably would not have even set the hook. Just a little run, but fun on the 2 pound. Come here, buddy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, well, there's the other kind of fish that lives in the weeds very often. I just broke my jig off right there. Might just be able to grab. Nope. Oh, he clamped on me. He clamped on me. There we go. Pop him off quick. Get my little 3 mil back. Come on, buddy. Let that thing go. All right, we got the jig back. That's all that matters. See you later, buddy. Well, good luck, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, we are back home. I left the lake as there was starting to get some pressure out there from a whole bunch of people, kind of in a small area, but it was kind of a fun, different little outing. It was not out there for very long, but kind of, I didn't catch any super big bluegills. That big pumpkin seed or hybrid or whatever you want to call it thing was kind of the cool fish of the day. But like any other fish, it takes time to find lakes that have big ones of these in. And especially panfish. A lot of you guys are probably much more hardcore pan fishermen or bluegill fishermen than I am. And you've probably gone through the same process. You look at a lot of these smaller pothole lakes and you just fish a lot of them, right? And I think that would kind of be the deal. I know Minnesota does a really good job of like breaking down size classes of fish found in like a lot of these smaller lakes. Or Wisconsin, it's a much more just go and try, go and try, go and try. And but it was fun, especially since we could use the underwater camera. It definitely helped to catch a lot of those fish, detect a lot of those bites, and kind of weed through a lot of the smaller ones. I would just kind of pull it away from them. But basically the combo we used all day, the Elliott, and this is the 30-inch noodle rod, was definitely kind of a killer combination. That little Acme hammered tungsten jig was kind of the deal in a real small size. Definitely, judging by the fish's behavior, going to a larger jig would not have worked well. And then just that real light 2-pound test on the Piscifun ICX5. And yeah, that was kind of the deal. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. I think we're going back to big fish tomorrow. I just like the bigger fish, the walleyes, stuff like that. Walleyes, smallmouth, trout, things like that. We're trying to do some trout stuff on the ice. We're just not really getting a whole lot of ice yet. In areas which I do some trout fishing, mainly Lake Superior. But yeah, that's kind of the plan, but we'll get to it eventually here. And I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys want to see some more bluegill stuff, I did hunt down another lake today, and I might go there in the future and see if that's got some bigger size, but another clear system where I think I can probably run the underwater camera and get some cool stuff. But yeah, nonetheless, fun day on the ice. And yeah, it was just a good time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the bluegill content, and hopefully you guys are out there staying safe and catching some fish on the ice. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you're not yet, please subscribe and stay tuned for more content. We'll see you next time.